Hey there, in this video we're going to run through the basic installation of Flutter on macOS. To start with, go to flutter.io and select Get Started. We're going to select Install on macOS, and just scrolling down, we're going to skip over the tools because there's a very good chance you probably have these installed already. If not, download or get a copy of Git, though the base operating system should already have this on it. Next, we're going to download the SDK. Once you finish downloading it, it'll be loaded into your downloads directory. So we're going to open up a terminal, and we're just going to create a folder, for example. So we'll create a folder called make directory development. Then we're going to change directory into the development. And now we're going to unzip that SDK we just downloaded. So we're going to go unzip the downloads directory, then Flutter macOS version 0.2.8. This version might be different depending on when you're running this course. This process may take some time. Once that's completed, let's just verify that the Flutter directory is in fact there. Change directory into it. And it looks like we're good to go. Now what we're going to need to do is add this bin path to our path variable. Now we can either simply run export path is equal to pwd, which is our current directory. But we're actually going to do it we're going to do it in the proper way, so it's in our path every time we open our console. So we're going to do that by opening up our bash underscore profile, scrolling to the very bottom, and then we're going to add two different paths. Let's just add a note that says that this is Flutter. We'll go export path is equal to home / development / Flutter / bin path. Then we'll also add another one called Flutter root. And this is going to be equal to home development Flutter, and we can just leave it at that. And what we're going to do is we're going to save this, and we're going to run source bash profile, and this will reload our profile. We'll clear the screen, then we'll try to run Flutter. It should output various commands. Let's try Flutter doctor. This will confirm the state of Flutter on your system. And we have all ticks. One thing to note is that I've already got Android Studio set up on this device, whereas on the Windows and the Linux tutorials I didn't have Android Studio, so you were getting X's. In the next video, however, we will be going through the installation process for Linux and Windows and macOS for Android Studio. We're also going to scroll down, and we're going to do one last thing. We're going to deal with this iOS setup. Now, I've already done this, but we'll do it one more time. You'll need to download Xcode from the macOS App Store. You can do that by just opening up the App Store, searching for Xcode, or doing it through these two links. Then you need to run that command there that it tells you to run. Put in your password. And you should be good to go. One other thing you might need to do is to confirm the license agreement for Xcode. Scroll to the very end if you want. You should have accepted that license agreement. And the final thing you can do on macOS is you can try to open the simulator as well. And that's done by just typing open a simulator. If Xcode was installed correctly, you should have a iOS device start up for you. And here's my device booting. That's the end of this tutorial. In the next video, we're going to go through installing Android Studio onto various operating systems. I'll see you there.